Speaking out against this proposed constitution is treacherous. As John Dewey said in his letter to the free citizens of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the name of a man who but lifts a sentiment in objection to it is to be handed to the printer, by the printer to the public, and by the public he is led to execution. I say it is every man's solemn duty to express his concerns about the future of America. The proposed Constitution is riddled with loopholes and vague wordings that is designed to reduce state powers and those of every citizen. The power given to the federal government is far greater than it should be, as the people have no defined rights, nor is there a limit to what the federal government can and cannot do to limit state rights. The proposed Constitution should not be ratified until more state power and individual rights are guaranteed. Let us not forget the lessons of Rome. City-states worked well. It wasn't until a dictator heading a centralized government tried to rule a vast empire did Rome fall. Unifying the country under one single government with a leader that speaks for all is impossible given our diverse regional interests. The proposed government is designed to further the interest of larger, wealthier states at the expense of the smaller. Take Pennsylvania, for example. If Philadelphia becomes the permanent location of the centralized government, will the state not have more power than, say, Delaware? Another area of concern is the notion of a national military. The creation of a standing army funded by the taxes has the power to stamp out any rebellion or protest if it so chooses. A good example of this would be Shays' rebellion. Though yes, Shay was aggressive with his protest, he had a clear reason to rebel in the first place: the heavy taxation of the poor. How will this new government repress the next group of farmers who rise up? Oh yes, by using the army the protesters were forced to pay for. The proposed Constitution does not only repress the common man's freedom to protest, it also allows such power to abuse the states, using the power of taxation to weaken the states into poverty. The truth of the matter is, the three-branch system of the government has never been attempted. We have no record of success or failure. The proposed branches of the government are simply factions with different amounts of power. Because of this, they can use and abuse their individual authority to gain advantage over the others. What is to stop two branches from joining and eliminating the third? In addition, the wording regarding the judicial branch's jurisdiction is vague. However, the proposed Constitution leaves the power to decide which case it will hear to the federal court itself. I say this is yet another ploy to weaken the state's power by rendering state and local governments obsolete. Interestingly enough, when this happens, the federal government has the power to hold elections and appoint state representatives. So what exactly is the point of the state government? The fact of the matter is, the power structure needs to be sorted out equally between the people, the states, and finally, the central or regional governments before we ratify any constitution. Accepting anything less is giving up our rights entirely and letting tyranny run rampant across the lands which we fought so hard to secure. Do we really want to end up under another aristocratic monarch? Can we not create something better for every citizen in this new and great land?